How do you make it? Is there a way? How do you make it? Every day with prayer and preparation and positivity over family, over family. With prayer and preparation and positivity over family, over family.
So this past week has been a great week, but it also included a very special day for me. So I thought I would share with my viewers.
Yeah, so we share with our viewers, and
What?
it's gonna be
Okay, I gotta do this. This has nothing to do with your birthday. To share with my viewers what really drives me as a mom. I do not think I'm perfect. I do not think I have it all together. What really makes me want to be the best mom that I can be. This past week was my mother's birthday, and a little bit about me is when I was younger than Taylor, probably around half of her age, my mother passed away. As a result of her passing away, many people entered my life that made me question whether or not I was lovable, and they would be people that were trying to fill her shoes. So in between the time of her passing to the time that I was 16 or 17, I had 3 stepmothers behind her. The older I get, the more I am trying to be more careful about the way that the light that I shine on people who may not have gotten it right. But I can tell you this, without shining a light on them, during those times, I questioned whether or not I was lovable. I questioned even wanting to be on this earth. And I really missed that genuine love that I felt a mother would give. At the time, I would watch TV and I would say, it's Claire Huxtable. A mom would be like that. Or I would fantasize about women that could step in and love me, like give me hugs, smile at me. It was so many small things. I would watch my friends as their mothers. Like, I had friends who had some really super cool moms. I had friends who had very understanding moms, and just watching them talk to them and stuff, I didn't even understand the social aspect of having a mother. Like, interacting with a woman who did not care what kind of mistakes I made, did not care. It's very hard to explain, but that's what drives me. So I just wanted to show you guys one of my favorite pictures of my mom. It's horrible. It's old, but I'm going to give you a second to look at it. So it's not one of those pictures that I upload, but I just want you to see. Alright, so that's a picture of my mom, and you see how torn and old it is and everything. But I showed you this picture for a reason, because growing up, this is what I did. I would get somewhere, I would be by the window or something, and I would look at a picture and I would just fantasize of what it would be like to have a mother. Like, I had some aunts and I had great aunts, and if it was not for one of my great aunts and many of my aunts in particular, I don't know what type of person I would have turned out to be. But this is how I lived the beginning of my life. Just really dwelling on pictures. My sisters, they can remember my mother. I sit around when they throw out memories, and I try to grab in everything. When my aunts get around, her sisters, and if they start saying anything about her, then I immediately start trying to get some idea of who she was. One of the things she was a nurturer. and I am definitely that. And so a lot of years in my life, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I feel like God made me to be a very talented person, and I'm just okay with that. Like, I'm not going around and being negative about it or throwing it in people's faces, but I do think God gave me many talents. But of the greatest one, the one that has always brought me peace within, is nurturing, taking care of children. Before I had my own, I was taking care of other people's kids. I was a nanny. I worked at a developmental center, and I got to work with kids then. I have always worked with kids, even before it was probably legal for me to work with kids. I was not always confident in being a nurturer, because some people make you feel bad, like, but you're so smart, why don't you try to be this? I actually had a boss to curse me out because I said I wanted to, my dream was to grow up and to be able to raise my own children. And for a lot of people, that's nothing. Like, you want to grow up and raise your own kids, big deal. But for me and the way that I grew up, that was a very big deal. It's so hard to explain to people when you grow up not nurtured, but you are a nurturer, but you are a nurturer. That was my goal growing up. It never left me alone. That idea of being able to raise my own children, even the idea now when I feel like I'm done, I still want to help somebody else raise their children. I still like seeing children. I still like helping. It's something about being able to take something that is totally dependent on you, even if it's a seed, and nurturing it and watering it and putting the right soil on it and giving it the appropriate sunlight. And then, like, I'm a gardener. One of the greatest things about gardening is that on a day when you aren't expecting it, there's a bloom. On a day when you weren't expecting it, you walk by and like, is that a zucchini? Like, that's a little zucchini growing, and it's like, it catches you off guard. And I feel like children are the same way. Right when you least expect it, they show you what you've been putting into them. She was a very beautiful person on the pictures that I've seen. I know she's my mother, so I must think she's the most beautiful person in the world. But she was a beautiful person to me, and she wasn't like anybody else. That's something that I want to take as well. I really don't care to look like anybody else. I don't care to follow a fad. I just want to be comfortable with being myself. When it comes to my own children, I am stern. Like, I've heard she was stern. I have a standard. I believe in, you need a standard. And I do believe that. I don't care, again, like, if you know me for real, or if you don't know me, I do not care about being necessarily like anyone else. I do care about doing what is right, but right and what everybody else is doing usually isn't the same thing. You will never find a positive about someone missing in your life. But I really do, I am very much inspired even by her absence, because I look a lot like my father, but when it comes to who I am, everyone always says you are really like your mother. Your mother would be very proud of you. I always have this moment where I just want her. I don't want anything else, and to not know her, or it's just it's something that cannot be explained. Even as big and rusty as I am now, it is not something that I can ever just explain away. So I understand my importance in my children's lives, and I really do try to do my best. I want to be there for them. If God allows, however long God lets me but I be on this earth, I want to continue to move in the gift that He gave me. The gift of nurturing doesn't go away just because I'm done with having children. it will continue, and I hope that this is one of the avenues that it continues with. Like, I hope that I can help other people feel confident to understand that even the good mothers, even the mothers that people say are good, they still are, they have things that they are dealing with. They have struggles inside of them that they are dealing with. And it is only by the grace of God with each day that we are able to succeed. Every day that I lay down, I don't feel like I was a warrior or I did something great, but my children do know that I love them. And I think that's what's important. So to my mother, I am thankful. I'm thankful for her life because it allowed me to be here. I hope that wherever she is, she's having a happy birthday. And that's what motivates me. So thank you all for, I know it's a bit mushy today, but I didn't feel right with her week passing by and not saying anything about her life. I want you all to know why is she doing all of this? Why is she, that's what motivates me. So if you are a YouTuber, please subscribe. Join this movement. You don't have to be a mother. You can be a mother. You can be someone who can help someone else. But please join, subscribe, tell everybody about this group, about this channel. And I have some ideas that are cooking up, and I want to hopefully do them in the future. If you have a comment about this one, I know it's mushy, but if you have a comment, something helpful, please leave it below in the comment section and click a bell. You know everything that needs to be done. I thank you so much for joining me today with this very personal subject that's very close to my heart, and I hope to see you again. All right, have a good one.